Hello everyone, my name is Rose Jane Lacsina. I'm the fifth reporter for this group. After elaborating the points for intellectual property, let us now discuss what isolating mechanism is. Isolating mechanism, the goal of a firm is to have a sustained competitive advantage whereby a resource or capability of the firm provides a competitive edge for a long time. The length of time a firm can maintain a sustained competitive advantage depends on the industry. When we say isolating, what does it mean? It is the process of separating or pagbubukod. Mechanism can be simply defined as a system. Kapag pinagsama sa Tagalog, ito ay ang sistema ng pagbubukod. How do we apply it in the company? So ganito yun. Sa sobrang bilis ng pagbabago ng mga trends, taste, and preference ng mga tao, napakahirap para sa isang business na i-maintain yung competitive advantage nila sa mga competitors. Lalo na sa mga fashion at technological firm dahil mabilis na nakikip up ng mga competing firms kung ano yung nagagawa ng mga kapareho nila. Much more, they outdo them satisfactory na sa mga ganitong tipo ng industry yung ma-maintain yung competitive advantage nila for a year. Mahirap talaga dahil lahat halos nagtitake ng risk to accept the challenge of change and innovation. It's a firm can prevent a competitor from imitating the resource or capability that gives it a competitive advantage. It is able to sustain the advantage longer. This strategy is called isolating mechanism. So yung patent, for example, is a legal way to prevent imitation. It gives the sole right to exclude other from making, using, or selling an innovation for a designated period. In that way, nami-maintain ng pioneer or naunang nag-produce yung kanyang products or service from being the only dealer. Now, let us talk about the other types of isolating mechanism. First is social complexity. The interrelationship within a firm along with relationship within or across a business process can be difficult to imitate. Diba minsan ang hirap gayahin ng isang company kahit marami na silang kaparehas na seller sa industry. Is kung paano sila mag-operate or yung mga tactics na ginagamit nila throughout their operation. Ito yung confidentiality na mahihirapan ang mga competitors na ma-imitate. For example, yung strong connection na na-establish ng isang company sa isang core supplier. Isang matibay na advantage na yon against your rivals in the industry. Isang bagay na hirap ma-imitate ng another firm. This social complexity creates a barrier to imitation and can prolong a competitive advantage possessed by an organization. This puts you in a strong advantage dahil ikaw lang ang mayroon ng relationship na iyon and ikaw lang ang nakabuo ng business transaction, for example, sa isang particular group of a customer and they promote you in their society. Social complexity might arise through certain customer relationship or with key political figures provided they can help the firm competitive position. For example, if the owner can have a direct relationship sa isang tao na mataas ang position sa lugar, they can make direct recommendation para sa iyo, which will heavily burden your advantage compared sa mga competitors mo. So basically, ang point ng social complexity kung kanina yung patent is giving you the rightful ownership which means someone can imitate. Dito naman, even without that, since we are talking about people relationship, mahihirapan na yung mga competitors mo na magaya or magamit yung strategy na meron kayo. And this is what keeps isolated. Next is path dependence. The path that a firm takes over time to achieve the points of a competitive advantage may also provide a barrier to imitation. Decisions made in the past that brought a firm to its current position may make it very difficult for other firms to imitate. The accumulated learning and experience gained along the historical path are not easily duplicated. Kagaya sa tao, hirap tayong i-outdo yung nagawa ng kapwa natin. Ganun din pala sa business. Mahihirapan tayong i-outsold kung ano yung naging contribution nila and how they made a historical success. Minsan, kapag masyadong inspirational and moving ng naging daan nila for being a established firm, nahihirapan ang rising competitor para ibit man lang yung integrity which was built for a long time. And it will create a strong wall behind the competition. This path defense can serve as an isolating mechanism to block competitors from gaining the same position in the market. For example, if you know Warby Parker, he owns one of the largest company that offers high-quality eyeglasses, sunglasses, contacts, and eye exam and managed to generate a revenue of millions of dollars. So imagine that. Now, the story is he made a decision early. It is development to build relationship with a variety of supplier and to use the buy one, give one strategy. Where a pair of glasses is given away to someone in needed for every pair sold. Because of that, dahil tumatak ito noon sa mga customer. Even if meron pang ibang gumaya, mahihirapan sila na makuha yung same intensity na nag-generate ng strategy na ginamit niya. Dahil mas magiging magastos na at mahirap maagaw yung attention na nakuha nito. And there are many more examples which will help you understand how this kind of decision and path created loyal suppliers and customer. Last is casual ambiguity. The reason for achieving a competitive advantage is not apparent. The cost for success is obscure and not understood well. Because the firm itself does not really know why it has achieved success. It is quite difficult for a competitor to replicate it. So dito, when we say ambiguity, it means inexactness. Casual ambiguity certainly means an open explainable theory kung bakit naging successful and method or strategy ng isang kumpanya. What I mean is, walang iisa or definite na rason, hindi ma-point out kung ano nga ba talaga ang exactly na dulot ng success nila. Of course, if that is in the case, paano makokopya o masusunod yung way nila if sila mismo hindi alam kung paano yun pumatok sa masa? For example, yung Netflix. Marami na ngang nagsulputang mga stream application, pero siya pa rin ang pinaka-tinatangkilik. Why? Is because of the movie qualities. Meron ding naman yung mga nabuhay na competitors, they also offer the same movies as Netflix does. Same exclusivity, but still remain on top. It was noted earlier in this chapter that intangible resources are usually more valuable than tangible ones in the context of sustained competitive advantage. The reason for this due in the part to the isolating mechanism discussed above. Physical resources tend to be in abundance and are far easier to obtain. So kapag dalawa ang firm ay parehas ng amount of physical resources na meron sila, then there is only little to no advantage. Ang magiging strategy na nila nun is how to uniquely use those physical resources in their value chain. Yung mga intangible resources kasi including skills, knowledge, or brand name used to capitalize of physical resources has the tendency to create a strong competitive advantage. Hindi basta-basta nila magagaya yon. As a conclusion, utilizing isolating mechanism strategically is a way for organization to prevent imitation and maintain their competitive advantage. So this is the end of my part. Thank you for listening.